Perfect.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to Let's Train Out. Tonight, we are joined by everyone's favourite Curry Kitten.
Hello.
In the correct order. Our Lord and Master, Andrew / Frank.
Hello.
Which I will warn you, if you listen to this show and we don't get a few more Patreons, he will be upping the Patreon amount because we are dire. We are,
according to Jack and not Frank, based on Frank's facial
this is
expressions.
news to the rest of us.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we're fairly proud that we've been going a very long time and we've never put the Patreon amount up. So if you do listen to this, please consider being a lovely Patreon, as we appreciate you guys no end. And the lovely thumbnail creator himself, Cole.
Howdy.
And I'm your usual idiot, Bright to the Fly. How's it going?
Wait, we have another guest. Don't forget about this guest.
And we got Kitty Cat, Chicken, whatever her name is.
Yeah, literally, whatever her name is.
She's loafing hard. But I
Yep.
do see some little socks poking out. So it can always be a better loaf.
That's right.
In Curry's background, you've got your little LED display showing the current weather.
Showing the current weather of rain outside. It's no fun at all, is it?
I'm here in Canada. We got rain here too.
I thought about charging and I went...
Oh, wait.
It's weak weather.
Oh, that's perfect. That is so perfect.
Well done there, Cole.
I didn't even remember about this, but I knew something would happen if I did double thumbs down. What about one thumbs down? I don't know. There we go.
It's bizarre it does that.
What's
odd. Double thumbs up? Fireworks. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Oh, jeez.
There we go. Let us know in the chat. Have you been out flying? Are you flying this weekend? Are you braving the weather? Let us know what it's like. In the meantime, out of us, who's been flying recently? We were talking before the show. Curry has not had a lot of success at flying.
Looks like Jack's done something.
Yeah, I went out flying with Dan. Ooh. And I had to redo the antenna holder. And I tried to do like something fancy with the seams. If you 3D print and you paint in seams, don't bother. It ruins the print. I have made this worse. It looks like Helen Keller done it with a piping bag. That's all I'll say.
What were you trying to do? You were trying to like fill the layer lines.
Put the seam at the rear, so to hide it rather than like around the edges.
Oh, because it's like printed, like not like vase mode, but like with a bit where it stops.
Yeah, and it's just terrible. It bugs me so much. I might take this apart tonight and cut the VTX, unglue the antenna, thread a new. I've already done another print, which is lovely, and I might put that on. Put a new harness because the OSD went out on me again. Hoping it's not the OSD board, which that wasn't fun. But the Betaflight quad, I done a really vigorous punch out to the point where when I chopped the throttle, the noise took a while to stop. as it came to me, which is, I mean, I was still obviously below is it 2 meters or whatever? What's the legal, whatever the legal thing is?
Definitely 2 meters. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had a spotter that was competent-ish, and
that drone is what, less than 100 grams, right?
yes, this is
Yeah.
Giving out 2 milliwatts and
5 milliwatts. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. As long as we cover our legal safety bases, we're following the rules, so it's fine.
And the Crossfire is definitely listen before talk, because that's a thing that it definitely has.
Yeah.
CE 85868.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I went out. It was. I can't say I done anything spectacular. I can play you a nice little loop that I did on through the window, but I mean, who hasn't done that a million times at Hidden Valley?
Go for it.
Show it.
Do it.
It'd take
We
a
rarely
while.
get to see Jack clips. You gotta milk it while we
I've
can.
got to find it, man. Like, that's how not interested I am.
Magical Pencil in the chat is suggesting that it was tethered like a kite.
Yeah.
So you got to remember all these details.
Yeah. Well, while Jack is actually retrieving video footage, I have something to show.
Ooh.
Which feels like betrayal. It feels like pure betrayal. But I'm building a new drone. And this drone... Oh, wait, let me turn off this portrait thingamajig. This drone is equipped with the evil. It's equipped with evil. But yeah, so I'm building my first digital build right now. It's getting there. It's got video transmitter in, VTX is done. Air unit or whatever. ESC motors are all wired up. I'm ready to put the flight controller on. I still have to. Oh, actually, this capacitor holder, this one, Jack printed for me, and I had it sitting in my bin, not my bin, but my parts container for quite a while. And it just so happened to be very handy for this build right now. I know they say it's better to put it like right at the XT60, but
there's no room.
There's not enough room, and I'll make it relatively short leads, but yeah, I've got my Crossfire, got my 3D print for the antenna and the GPS. I'm just waiting on a longer Immortal T because I'm going to do diversity on this one, and it's going to be a no GoPro build. It's going to be just digital. Just try it out. So it's
what is it? Is it the 04 Pro or something?
Yep, 04 Pro air unit. So it's got the camera there on the front. You probably can't see it, but yeah, it says 04 Pro somewhere around there. And yeah, because I keep seeing these videos online of people posting how good. Like there was just a post in the TBS group on Facebook. Some guy was flying his like 04 video. It looks more than capable, compared to a GoPro for social media stuff. So, I mean, my thought process on this is like, okay, no GoPro in the front, big battery on the top sort of thing, and cruiser diversity. These 04 Pros are rated to pretty good distance. So if I can get reasonable flight times with a bigger battery, no GoPro, maybe it balances off the weight from the GoPro. So yeah, should be interesting.
Are you thinking LiPo, or are you going to go lithium ion with it?
Well, so here's the sort of interesting thing. For right now, the motors that I've put on here are actually just 4S motors. They're T Hobby motors.
Yes, T Hobby. Yes.
Yes. And these are just my 4S motors that I had laying around, kind of thing. And I do have a bunch of LiPos, but they're not very big ones. But I do have one 3,000 milliamp hour lithium ion, which I'm going to try out. But I am curious to see if I could put like a 2,000 or maybe slightly bigger LiPo, because there's enough frame real estate. If I put the top plate on, I could probably fit something that's decent size. Just kind of see what I can get. But honestly, it's just fully an experiment. Sorry about the cats. But yeah, so honestly, it's like I love analog. Like, there's anybody that knows me knows that I'm like a diehard analog guy, and I super trust it. But it's like, okay, with the new 04, it's like, if it's so good that you don't need a GoPro, why not try? Like, I got the cheapo, not cheapo, but the cheapest N3 option, which are the big suckers, but it's basically the cheapest way you can get into like the best of the best in 2025. So that's kind of my thought process on it. Like, if I'm going to try out digital, I'm going to go all out, except for the goggles, because I'm not spending $1,000 on goggles, because that's kind of crazy. But yeah, just
nice.
Trying it out, see what happens. Yeah.
I asked about the lithium ions because it's particularly been after the Model Squadron guys flying with them, and there's Glenn there who has a big EDF, and EDFs, like, I mean, there was a lot of EDFs flying around, and so Glenn challenged all the guys with EDFs. Let's have an endurance challenge. Does all take off at the same time?
For someone who is really ignorant, can you explain what an EDF is?
Sure, electric ducted fan. So it's like like a jet, but it's electric.
Okay.
And it's these are all like foamy jets.
Okay.
Jets made of foam with like electric motors in the tube in the middle of the plane. So it works like a jet, but it's still electric. That is an EDF.
Oh, cool.
So they're notoriously current hungry. They just like chew through batteries. So they had this endurance challenge, and he hadn't told anyone else. But he had a little trick up his sleeve,
lithium ion.
that whereas everyone else had like 3S, 4S, 6S lipos, he had the very, very nicest, shiniest, latest lithium ion cells that he'd built into this battery. So it's still only 4S 1P, but it's like they were rated to like some ridiculous number of amps, like 100 amps through these lithium ion cells.
What?
Yeah,
that's
what
crazy.
Cells were they? Can you find out?
What cells are they? Because I would literally.
I do have some record of it somewhere. I will dig it out.
What?
Yeah, so
I'm
everyone
sure
else,
a mutual
after,
friend of ours would want to know what cells they are.
Yeah, after like 2 or 3 minutes, all the EDFs are like, I'm gonna have to land, and I'm gonna have to come in, and like 10 minutes later, he's still flying there, and everyone's like, "What have you done?"
Wow. Well, you know what? Like, from what I've been like seeing online, like lithium ion cells are just getting better and better and better. I remember when like the Andy RC, I got the goggles N3 or N3 goggles, whatever, the big chunky box goggles. But from what I've seen, like the last time I looked into it, it was like the Molicel P50Bs were like the latest and greatest, but also like very expensive and not very easy to get. But this was probably about a year ago. I'm not sure if they've become more readily available, but I also saw that there's some. What's this one brand? It's like EC3 or E3. There's ECE or something, or E3. I forget what it is, but there was basically another one that was kind of rivaling the Molicel P50B, and it's rated to like 50, 60 amps or something like that. And
EVE.
EVE. Okay, that's what it is. I knew it was like something along those lines. That is apparently a pretty great cell, but like nothing up to 100 amps. So like I don't know what those ones are, but I hope that someone makes some pre-made packs for those.
They're definitely not pre-made packs. These are like he's done his research and been like, these are the cells that are gonna do it. They were EVEs, and I'm trying to find which EVEs they were. Yeah, that's the golden ticket, right? It's just like ridiculous current, very lightweight, All the milliamp hours, a sort of vaguely magic battery.
Well, that's the one thing. Like I only have like on my long range quad, I only have one LiPo. I only technically have like 3 batteries for that. 2 are lithium ion and 1 is a LiPo, like a high volt. And man, I really trust flying that thing with the lithium ion. I mean, any battery, I trust it, but like you don't have to worry about 3 point whatever. Got to start coming in. It's like with lithium ions, man, you're like they just keep going. They just keep going, and you almost like you don't want to push it, but you know that you kind of can in a way, as long as they're not like junk cells. But
So
like I've learned to trust them like crazy.
I've dug out the details.
Mm.
So it was EVE INR 21700. So rather than 18650, it's 21700, so slightly bigger.
Yep.
And they've got a continuous discharge rating of 70 amps, and I believe from memory it was a peak of 100 amps.
Wow. So it's the INR 21700. That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I was looking on what is it, 18650battery.com or whatever that website is, 18650 battery store, and I don't know if you guys ever use that. I think it might be maybe an American type of store, or I don't exactly know, but where is it now? Yeah.
Could you message that to me, Frank, please?
I will stick a link to what I found in the chat. I think that's probably
perfect.
The thing to do, right?
I'm well excited for that.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. It's called the EVE 40PL 21700 4000 mAh 70 amp.
That's the one.
Wow. Yeah, that's there's I mean, this is the 18650 battery store link. I don't know if that's good for you UK guys, but that's impressive, man. Like you could actually freestyle with that probably. But I mean,
I found it in the UK. Fogstar batteries, only $5.99 a cell. Pretty cheap.
That's if you build it yourself. I mean, that's really cheap, because I was buying a 6S pre-made pack from like the O line, or some people call them Gold line, but it was like 100 Canadian for like one 6S pack, which is, I guess, maybe 100 CAD to UK is like 55 pound, but like that's quite a bit for a single battery, is it not?
Yeah,
can be. So it depends how big.
Yeah, 4,000.
I think the 4,000 milliamp hour 6S ones I got for about 70 quid a piece.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
Not
exciting
cheap.
though. It's cool to see how the technology is like advancing, and I mean, for like I'm seeing them here for like $8 a pop. Like $50 US ish, give or take. Obviously, you have to buy some supplies and build it yourself and have the know-how, but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is the main effort, isn't it? The little fish paper, the bits of plastic that isolate each cell from each other so they don't overheat.
The what's it called? The
spot welding.
Spot welding, and I mean, I've seen people.
Strips.
Yeah, I've seen people do them with just like solder them on, but like, and they've had perfectly fine, turnout. But I mean, if there's anybody in Canada that is competent at making a battery, let me know, because I will give you money to help me with batteries. Yeah, I don't think I'm a little scared. I'm a little too scared to do it myself, but I'm sure it's not that difficult.
I don't know. Maybe if you get your ass over here, we can kind of go through it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I'm coming there in August, so
yeah, it's just I don't own a spot welder, so it's getting that and the supplies. That's your only thing. But if you can get that stuff, then I'm more than happy to go through it with you. Well, 68 grams per cell.
Yeah, 68 grams. So
thanks, Magical Pencil, for that.
I guess
it's your birthday on Saturday. Happy birthday.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so if you're doing a 4-cell, you're looking at 272 grams roughly. Well, probably a bit more because of the other materials you'd have to use. And then 6S, you're looking at 408, so probably closer to 420-ish. Yeah, I mean, for a 4,000 milliamp hour with lithium ion and that current rating, yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Definitely have to try that out one of these days. It's really strange though with lithium ion packs that like companies do make them. Have you guys ever heard of dark lithium before?
No.
I have from you.
Well, I think that the actual brand is called, like the company is called Upgrade Energy. It's an American brand, I think, out of California, if I'm not mistaken. They make these like branded dark lithium ion cells, and they're using like top of the line cells like Molicel, P45B, P50Bs, and stuff like that. But they are not cheap at all. Like they're at least the last time I looked into them, they were not cheap. So it's yeah. Oh, Jack, you got your clip up?
Yep. So I can't show you the beginning of this for legal reasons.
Why not?
I'll show you guys after, if once we
Patreon special episode.
Yeah, Patreon special maybe. But we got the lab. We're chilling with the lab.
Man, GoPro Session looks so good.
Yeah.
Looks so good.
I haven't configured the ESCs to the KV, but that was kind of my best little. There's a little bit of wibblies there, so I need to sit there and adjust all my settings. But there we are, little picnic table, me and Dan chilling, and
Nice.
yeah, we got the old lab. We're not. It's good. It's pretty chill. But,
that's nice, man.
Yeah, and that's all I'm going to play of that.
What do you mean? You only punched to 119 meters.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
Know what you're on about.
It's a distorted GoPro lens, man. Like things in mirror are not as big as they appear.
like my wiener.
And now he's gone to somewhere. Yeah.
I see FX Node has mentioned a bit of, well, not perhaps the best publicity for Ardu Pilot, as it was featured very prominently in the Ukrainian very interesting operation to bomb targets in Russia, mostly with failsafe written across the front of it as well. I was fascinated from just a sort of a technical point of view, how they were being flown and where from. Because it seemed like they were being piloted. Is that what we're thinking? Because they were going very carefully, trying to pick their target so they could. Like,
both me and Frank cannot talk about this. Just stop talking.
We've now discovered 2 of the pilots.
Please stop talking.
Apparently, I can say no more. It was in the news. It's a news topic.
It's a news topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Related news topic. For regulars at Weston Park, you'll be familiar with the drone racing at Weston Park. It started off as sort of a subset of the Helifest part of Weston Park, and then has sort of spun out to its own thing as well. I think it might still be. Weston Park is a very complicated animal. It's a weird organism that I dare not try to understand fully. But it's been, racing there for 10 years, and this year it is not being run by the BDRA. It is being run by the BADSA, different acronym, which is the British Army Drone Sports Association.
Whoa.
Is that with ease?
Army.
Has he got anything to do with it?
I don't know. This is the limit of my knowledge, pretty much.
If
Is
you
that
do see him,
British military drone racing? Is that related?
I don't think so. I mean,
Huh.
we'll have to dig around and find out who's exactly involved. I mean, I will be going to Western Park, so I'll dig around and find. Clive in the chat says yes, Carl Easy, yes.
yeah. If anyone sees him, tell him that Jack says jokingly that
Oh no.
that you are now classed
Where's the mute button?
as compromised because you're fraternizing with the enemy.
Legal notice. Any
That's
views
a joke.
expressed.
And hopefully he'll understand. He'll go, yeah. That is. Hopefully you'll find that funny. I'm hoping, or I'll get a phone call and be like, "You prick."
Either way, you'll be happy.
Yeah. If he does want to phone me and say that, please let him. Just dial my number. Find Frank. Be like, Frank, call Jack.
But yeah, so if anyone is wanting to race at Western, you won't be signing up on IFPV as per normal drone racing in the UK. You'll be signing up through a Google form and then being invited into the fold of the British Army Drone Sports Association's event organising structure. So, sort of a slightly unexpected turn of events, I guess.
Does sound slightly like it's a recruitment thing. If you're particularly good, we'll take you and have you fly drones and blow people up. No comment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if anyone else is coming to Western Park on the Saturday, I will be there on the Saturday. I believe Painless will be there on the Friday. I don't know if anyone else is going. If you know anyone else that's going, let me know. I would be interested to meet up with anyone who is there.
Sorry, I'm adjusting my motors ready for tomorrow's not flying. I will forget. Editor, I pressed the marker so you can cut out the drilling noises.
Drilling noises. That inspires
drilling
confidence.
noises. That doesn't sound like a good motor thing.
I can't hear it at all.
Yeah, the prop remover. Did it filter it out? Is Crisp doing what it should? Excellent. Well done.
But other than Western Park, on the topic of events, FPV Drone Fest today put an announcement out on their Discord confirming that they've got all the paperwork in place to be able to fly where they want to fly. And so they will be announcing more stuff shortly in terms of tickets and all of that kind of stuff. So
nice.
Keep an eye on that if you're interested in going to that event. 8th to the 10th of August in Dover, which we are hoping to be at, aren't we, Cole?
Yeah, if we can make that work. I got to see if I can still come up before. Like, there's something going on with Dorothy, but I think that should work out. I cannot confirm nor deny yet, but I would love to.
Are you importing my friend without my knowledge? No offense.
Not confirm nor deny.
I'm not territorial, but I had to deal with that way before any of you. I solely class Cole as some sort of pet or property. I don't know.
Jack thinks he owns me.
I am infuriated by this, Frank. I trusted you. You were the best thing that happened to LDO.
Jack's not in the cool club. Sorry, buddy.
I know, yeah, clearly, I know. No, I ring him. He's like, I can't talk to you. I'm talking to Frank. I'm like, what is this? Like, what the fuck? Like,
What would you have preferred? I lied.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking to someone. It's not
seeing
you.
other FPV pilots behind mine and Dorothy's back. I'll have you know.
Jack, you're just jealous. Tony's not around, and now you're lonely, and you need me. And where is Tony? He's back.
Sooner or later, like it'll just be me and Doro left, and we'll just have like little pictures of you.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I can't believe Curry. I ask you, nothing is safe. Frank will just.
My worry is Frank is basically some sort of sex trafficking Colin, rather than just inviting something.
It's
not
everything. It's not nailed down. But I can make use
of
it.
It's all consensual. It's fine.
You better have the right visa.
I'm part of the Commonwealth. I got to pay $5 or something to get in.
Oh yeah, that is bullshit. Mate, when you do come, I'll reimburse you for that. I do apologise about that.
Every member of LDO should just put in £1 and then cover the cost.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you could just join the Patreon for a month, then we can
help pay Cole's import fee.
Cole's import duty, yeah.
If the Queen was still alive, she'd be spinning in her grave.
What?
That doesn't quite make sense.
Spinning? Is there room?
Yeah, she'll be able to turn over herself. She slowly suffocates.
Do you want another bit of vaguely drone-related news?
Yeah.
I think we need it. Go.
Yeah. So,
it's a bit more cheery
Amazon,
than Curry's.
After 20 years of saying that they're going to have drone deliveries in the UK, are some way down the process of getting permission to fly drones and do drone deliveries in the UK. This is going to be up in the Darlington area. They've got sort of halfway through the process for getting a TRA, which I can't remember what it stands for. What is it?
A teaching regulation agency?
No, I can't remember. It's basically like a high risk area where other things have to not go a lot of the time.
A temporary reserved area.
That sounds like it. There we go.
And he doesn't know that EDF doesn't stand for Electronic Dance Festival. But he knows
I thought it was erectile difficulty function.
Yeah, and that function. Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'd like to point out he was my friend first, Frank. I already wrote him off.
Territorial. Who's got the pheromones?
I am pissing in corners right now.
Deeply jealous human being.
I know.
Oh. You're not invited. You're not invited, Jack.
I know. Don't worry, I'm not invited to most things. Frank,
you're usually invited. You just don't leave the house. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. We need to get a commode.
Yeah. But yeah, so Amazon are hoping to actually fly a drone in the UK to do a drone delivery around the Darlington area at some point in the future, using their Mark 30 drones, which apparently they use in the US somewhere. But I have a picture of one. If you would like to see a picture of one, it looks
the one with all the propellers.
It has
about 1 million of them.
6.
Only 6.
The Darlington area, that's like fairly north-ish, right?
Yeah, well, that's the bit of the UK where there isn't like a million airports and things going on. So
that's smart.
It'd be very interesting to know what sort of house would qualify for a drone delivery, because one of the things us people in the UK don't have much of is land or area at all outside of our house. I mean, to be fair, the current Amazon delivery driver just chucks it in the general direction of my house and says that's signed for, apparently. So I don't know if these are just going to drop them somewhere, but I can't think of many places that like aren't out of regular price ranges where you've got enough garden space for something to carefully descend or lower something on a rope that's not potentially going to hit somebody or a car or land on the house and stuff like that. So
or just immediately get nicked.
Yeah, the old like I need some drone parts. Let's order something from Amazon and just stand there with a baseball bat as it comes around.
Off-Axis is here. Hello.
Yeah.
Howdy,
So
howdy.
I mean, they've been saying they'll be doing that for ages, and they're still saying they're going to be doing that. But they've at least engaged with the CAA on actually getting some permission to do it. So they have progressed in the past 20 years. We'll see.
Better than nothing.
To be fair, they're doing better than recreational flyers who are just getting stuff taken away. So they're at least like they're getting stuff.
Yeah, they're moving towards being allowed things rather than being restricted ever further. That is true.
Cole, I've got some news for you.
Oh, what is this? What is this news?
Look at this. I can lift it with one hand.
So, how much did you take out of it?
Everything.
Thank
there is
the Lord.
Nothing here. I now am a proud owner of an Ethics bag.
Oh, really?
Admittedly, it is way smaller and lighter, and I can just about lift it, but it does make me look like I suck Mr. Steele's cock. That's the only thing. So I don't know whether to colour in the Ethics logo. It's not that big, and that would involve putting in some effort. But
when did you get that?
I got it today.
What? It's discontinued.
No, I bought it off someone from Drone Junkyard. It looks basically virtually brand new. And yeah,
it's a think tank backpack.
Yeah.
So you do realise that one of the reasons it's lighter is because it's smaller and it holds it. I just want to check this because you may not be able to fit all the stuff in there you previously had.
Well, no, think tank, they make like photography stuff, if I'm not mistaken. And are they not a Canadian brand? I feel like they are. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah. The only downside is that there's not compartments in there. That's the only thing that terrifies me because I think, there, I can't look in it and go, there's an empty compartment. A transmitter should go in there, which slightly terrifies me because they kind of use this system where you're meant to fill it with like, hard places or or like, buy like the Ethics transmitter case or some bullshit. So I've got like the LipoSafe bag at the bottom of it. I've managed to put everything in there. I've got like half of my toolkit in the Game Boy pouch thing that Cole sent me, which I love to bits.
Wait, what did I send? What did I do?
It's like a Game Boy pencil case.
Oh yeah, I got that for you in Taiwan. Yeah.
The only downside of that is when you catch the reflective screen in direct sunlight, I can't fucking see for the next 10 minutes. It blinds the sorry, editor. It blinds the shit out of me. So
it's basically like a laptop / photography backpack repurposed with FPV branding.
Yeah, and the straps to hold your quads are way better. They actually make sense. So a friend of mine is having the old Torval bag. If they let me down, it will be going cheap.
Well, and apparently that one that you have is discontinued now, but a new version coming soon, according to TBS website.
Yeah. It's just so it's great. It's I have thoroughly enjoyed that bag. I love the compartments. I like how organized it makes you. I love how many pockets it's got. It's just so padded and so heavy. It's too well made. It just and
I
can't
find
lift
that
it.
to be a problem though. Like if I'm gonna go flying, I want to have the lightest, most simplest setup as possible. Having something that's like 50 pounds on my back with everything you could, ever need is just so counterproductive to how I want to fly. Because I'm not going to go walking on like an ancient, like tribal path in the mountains where there's no Wi-Fi and like have to like go crazy with like 50, 60 pounds on my back like that. I don't know how the FPV guys bring so much with them, man. It's crazy because you're just like you're asking to hurt your back or your arms just for the sake of having fun. It's like that doesn't sound fun to me. But that's just my opinion. I know people like to be prepared and like they like to have all their spares and whatever, but and tools and whatever. But for me, it's like
his entire workshop. So
yeah. I try to like I bring a Vans backpack and like I might have like a little like tote that I try to put things in, but yeah, anything that's more than 10-ish pounds, I don't want to be lugging stuff around in crazy
it's
environments.
difficult when you make a journey and go real far and then something doesn't work and you're like, damn it. I mean, I have fixed, I soldered someone's motor wire on to their ESC just using a lighter.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It worked.
That's crazy.
That was at the weird quarry, like not quarry place. Do you remember? Like it was some sort of like posh place with a golf club with a quarry nearby it.
Would I have known it?
No, I think Frank was there. It was like back in the early days.
Mm.
And someone broke that when they were like asking for a soldering iron, and with a quarry. Yeah.
Well, Curry, when you go out to fly, you don't bring a big rucksack full of stuff, do you? Like it seems like you keep things kind of like when I watch your videos.
No, I pretty much take a rucksack full of stuff because most of the time I'm trying to combine doing like several bits of filming. So this might include several quads and a plane and stuff. But this week I've done kind of the opposite. So I'm trying to find how I can pack like a quad into a regular backpack for when I go out. So this is what I bought for my little quad. So basically I can shove that in the backpack and it doesn't get in trouble. And that's the one for the DJI goggles. Again, just trying to make things easy and simple.
What about the controls?
The controller is pretty good for folding up because the sticks come off and the antenna thingy folds down. That doesn't need a special bag, so it can just go loose in one of like the mesh things. I've got a fairly big backpack for walking, which is like 35 liters, and it's got like a camel pack on it, so that's sort of a proper hiking thing. So if I can, but that's less worrying because that's decent. That carries the weight on the hips then rather than the back.
Yeah,
so that's okay. But yeah, my regular backpack, which is pretty big, looks like this. This is the ultimate in cheap backpacks. The URUF, and it's like bits and pieces. It's full of like bubble wrap because after I shove everything in there, which is normally quite a lot, I bubble wrap over the top, just to make sure nothing gets like crushed together or anything like that. But yeah, I can take 3 to 4 quads on that, but that's pushing it. And then I've got my arms free to carry planes if I need to, or extra things, weird helicopters, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's for me. It's just like I don't know. I guess it really depends on what you're doing, right? Like if you're going to a field, you're gonna go bring like as many drones as you can if you're doing reviews or if you're gonna switch stuff out, or then it totally makes sense. But like I don't know, like there's something like something really nice about just like you've got like a small like school bag with a box with your transmitter and your goggles, your batteries fit into it, maybe like a small little pencil case worth of tools, and then your quad just kind of like velcros onto the back, stuck in the car, and then that's all you need. But yeah, it doesn't really prepare you for bad case scenarios. And but
I've got my lights up as well. Like if I'm taking whoops to fly in the woods, then it's like this tiny like 20-liter thing, and I have my Radio Master Pocket. I have like boxes of batteries and these little things, and I can just take the whoops in their cardboard boxes, so that you just shove them all in there because they're not much bigger than the whoop itself. Take a few that way. That works pretty well. It's only the goggles that are the big bit. The goggles and the battery for the goggles, because I'm like on a 5200 4S, which weighs me down in the pocket.
Well, that's one thing I was curious about now with the N3s. Like Fat Sharks are like nice and small. They have their little case and it just fits easily. But like those N3 goggles are like they're pretty beefy. So yeah,
this is a good point. I've got the V2 goggles. I do not have a case for my V2 goggles. I've just been shoving them in the bag on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Apparently, this one fits the goggles too, or the whatever goggles they are. The threes are pretty hard to fit because of the way the battery's integrated. But the straps that carry the wires in the batteries, you've got to be quite careful about how they tuck round so they don't get caught. But this was the main worry for me about chucking in a backpack, because A, they're very expensive, and B, they've got bits that will break off. So quite glad to have the
Can you show us out your goggles, Carl?
They're like still in the box. I haven't really.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I've opened them. I've looked at them. I haven't turned them on. I haven't pulled off the stickers yet. I'm like,
I just wanted to see them. That's all.
Oh,
like you don't have to do too much.
Let me see.
Just show me the box, I guess. Just slightly interesting. I don't know. I feel bad. I'm like,
yeah. Well, while Cole's looking for that, I'll let you know that my favorite bag for everything is an Osprey Farpoint 40. That's what I use, and I can stick in all my drone stuff in there. I can stick in all my camera stuff in there, or I can stick in a load of like bad weather gear if I'm just going out somewhere for a long walk.
I was trying to find a photo the other day, and I did find it, and it was like the worst example of how to carry a quad. It was with my old, what I called like, this is good because I can fold it, but it was still like 450 sized with great big motors on, and it weighed 2.5 kilograms, and I had it on the back of a bag right at the back, so it was literally pulling me down at all times. We went on like a 10K walk.
No, there's nothing like that. So the only thing is, so I think I talked about it in the group chat a bit ago. Wait, let's see if I can get it over here. These goggles stock are like probably the most uncomfortable goggles I've ever put on my face. And I was like basically ready to like return them and just say, screw it, I'm returning the O4 Pro, I'm returning these goggles. I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to analog. Because so when I got my HDO pluses coming from HDOs, those were super uncomfortable too. But then I upgraded the foam, and then they're actually like the most comfortable ones I've ever had. And then when I try on my old HDOs, it's like, whoa, these are actually, the other ones are the newer ones are way better with the good upgraded foam. So what I ended up doing though was I ordered this like head strap thing, because what I get is a ton of pressure like on the bridge of my nose, and this head strap basically helps a bit to like, it kind of keeps it up. They're still not like amazingly comfortable, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, it is what it is. Maybe
look too huge from what you're showing there. Bear in mind the regular DJI goggles are pretty big.
I did order this little cover thing that came with it. And it's the same brand as like the strap, just for the dust cover thing, but they're pretty big, man. I can't see anything right now, obviously, but
see, I know the size of Cole's head in real life, whereas you, Harry, don't. His head
so
isn't
does
that
Frank.
big.
Frank's seen me in real life.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's there. I still feel like in the nose area, it's like
bit of pressure.
It's annoying, and I'm like, I try to like adjust, like, okay, like how am I gonna like adjust it so they're more comfortable? But I have a feeling that I'm like hyper focusing on like how it feels when I'm not flying. So like if I'm flying, like I noticed that with my new goggles too. I was like, whoa, these feel weird. But then once you're flying and you're actually like giving it, like you're focusing on the screen and flying. You're not focusing on like nose pressure. Like hopefully I won't be focusing on nose pressure, and hopefully a company will come out with a new product that will help it. But yeah, it's like maybe it's fine. Like I don't know.
Magical Pencil said you need a counterweight on the back, and Richard Warwick says first thing I did with the Integra was get new foam padding. The originals were unwearable for me.
Yeah, these I don't know if there's really any foam pad options yet for these ones. Like it's not perfect, and maybe there's some adjustments I can make to like. Actually, I guess this isn't even tightened right now, but I don't know. I don't freaking know, man. I gotta figure it out, but it's okay. I'll figure it out.
A fun feature with my goggles, the Goggles 3. I took the Avata out for its test flights, and I thought I had it all manually right, and I found out I neglected one certain setting. So I'm like, I'll do a roll, and it goes, no, I'm stopping here. I was like, oh, what's going on? It won't go. Like I forgot to get the Avata 2 into manual mode.
Stick mode.
The actual controller has got manual written down there, but it's just a fake. You have to go in and customize that button so it does actually turn into manual. And I thought that's all I need, but there was some other little tick box that I didn't tick, which stopped me going over. So I had like, I can't go very fast against the wind here because I can't bend forward and I can't go around. But the interesting thing I did on those goggles, they've got a picture-in-picture mode. So if you tap the side twice, it shows you your view through the cameras, and it puts the sort of drone image on the side there. So someone walks past me, so I was like, "Hi, how you doing?" And that was fun. And carried on. Unfortunately, cool. It doesn't show it in the recordings because that would have been quite fun.
So that's a bit like the VR stuff, right? Like the Meta Quest. That's the same gesture as you tap it and it does pass-through mode. Yeah,
you get like a little bit of augmented. Well, not really augmented reality, but yeah, you get to. You have the little cameras, right? So you can actually see a bit.
Yeah, it's like technically, like who's your spotter? I am. So I can see it.
Yeah,
and I see both views at once. It is a very narrow field of view, though. I do notice that.
So you you can't really. It's like very narrow. You have like blinders on, basically, right?
Does it also show you like what your antenna gain is like in particular directions? Like here you got your full plus 2 dB, and then you've got down to like 0.6 dB out here. And if you point the goggles in the right way, you'll get better signal.
I think we just have to look at that little bar graph. But it's very rare. I mean, I've only flown it once, but getting it to drop below 5, the max thing is very, very hard.
Does it give you a little little marker of where your drone is on the pass-through mode? You know, like here's like you get
that would be good. It gets the little H for home, which is fairly accurate with, but no, it doesn't. That would be quite good. It's like you are here. This little thing going around
with a little distance written underneath it, and it just keeps going up and up and up. And oh, this is not going well.
That would be fun. I like that idea. Maybe they'll bring it in.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little feature, a firmware update.
Very cool.
Yeah, little fun things. So you guys have flown at least some point within the last couple months, right? Like Jack has, Curry definitely has, Frank definitely has. Yeah, I haven't flown since I think like February or March. So
You've
I'm
been
just like,
sulking.
I've been what?
Sulking.
I've been sulking. Yeah, like no, not back to Canada. Not back to. Oh, it's not summer yet. It's still winter and spring all at the same time. And oh, yay! There's a soccer field.
Yeah, you've been going through like deserts and jungles and like all these places, and then it's like, oh, here's a baseball field.
Reality. It's like I'm going through like major like FPV crack withdrawal. like, I gotta get back to I gotta get back on the FPV water.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't want the soccer field methadone.
No. Well, you know what? Like, I bet you once I finish this build, which is all blurry right now, once I'm done this build, um, try out the digital thing. Oh, also, by the way, it is a dead cat frame, so like that's one of the reasons why I'm not going with GoPro for it. But yeah, it's maybe it'll breathe some new life into the hobby again because it when you like I've probably talked about it a bunch of times on here, but I don't know if like anybody in the chat can. Oh, Tony, yeah, reality sucks. Yeah, Tony just came back from a trip, so he literally knows the sentiment. But it's like when you
Hello,
go
wifey.
places, when you go places that are just like mind blowing and incredible, and you get to do like things that you would have never even dreamed of, it's really tough to like go back to and not to say there's anything wrong with flying in a park, but it's really tough to go back to it because you're like, I want to fly in these crazy places that people just dream of because I don't know. And it makes me sound probably like a little spoiled piece of shit, but like, oh, sorry, editor. But no, I don't know, man.
Crispy.
Yeah, it's tricky, but you know what? I'm sure I'll be fine. And plus, I'll be come visit you guys in a couple months, and yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I tell you what, soccer. Carry on.
I think I saw Clive in the chat saying you need to get out in the mountains, but how far are you from the mountains? I feel like you're some days drive away from mountains.
I'm pretty much so if these are mountains and this is like the edge of a country, well, this is the other edge of the country. I'm basically like here. Like this is the edge. I'm here. Mountains are over here. So
are you closer to the Great Lakes than mountains?
Oh, I'm on the Great Lakes. I can drive to 2 Great Lakes, no matter which direction I go. Yeah.
It's great if he wants to like get a quad lost out in the water and drown himself in freezing water. You know,
it gets pretty warm in the summer.
I met a Canadian on a ski lift who said he drove here from the other side and he was on the road for 13 days.
Yeah,
it's quite a big country.
Canada is a very large country.
They're the sort of Canadians that have been in a cabin for a little bit too long. You know, had a little bit too much game meat, like, you know, a little bit chopped wood a little bit too enthusiastically, if you know what I mean.
Well, and that's another reason too that I feel like I'm like, you know, I kind of got desensitized, or I don't know if desensitized is the right word, but like in Taiwan, it's a tiny country compared to Canada, and you can go from mountains to ocean to bandos to whatever, all within like, you know, an hour or two's drive. Like it doesn't feel real how like you could literally fly in the mountains, in the ocean, and in a bando all in the same day, and like still go out for dinner after.
Yeah, whereas like where you are, you'd have to like drive like 3 hours to see a hill, and then another 3 hours to see a slightly taller hill.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Although I guess like in the UK, you guys can go north and you gotta start getting some pretty cool landscapes.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. It's not that far. It's just that driving in the UK is a mentally taxing activity, I would say. I think that's the difference. Is like I don't think 3 hours driving in Canada is the same as 3 hours driving in the UK.
No.
What Frank's trying to say is driving in the UK is dick punching frustrating. There you go. You can edit that one out. Sorry, Pete.
Oh,
there you go.
Well, here, but before we go, let me just show one thing that I'm working on at the moment. It is somewhat drone related, and there's drone stuff in it, but it's not full out FPV, but it is drones. But yeah, check this out. Oh, the first shot is not in here for some reason. Let me fast forward.
Is this yours?
Yeah, this is I'm working on like a 12-minute video. I'm basically done a 12-minute, like, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's kind of like a movie. It looks like a movie. It sounds like a movie. But like,
is this like a stylistic choice with the color grading? Or is it,
this is just like a random export right now, but like this is just
cool.
a little clip, yeah. But like, imagine you're in places like this, and then you're in places like this. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this looks insane to me. Like, it doesn't even look real. And I bet you out west we could get stuff like that here in Canada, but yeah, it's yeah.
I'll say, Cole, is having friends to fly with helps with soccer field flying. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah. No, that's true. Yeah, because it almost, it doesn't matter where you fly if you're flying with friends. It's like you're hanging out, you're having a good time.
Frank, I have baked a Victoria sponge cake for tomorrow. So you have a fresh Victoria sponge cake.
Oh.
So yep, I mean, obviously mentally I'm not doing too well because I have started baking, but
is that like a warning sign?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely.
When Jack is baking, he is.
Yeah, not masturbating. That's what I say. Hang on, I pressed B. Sorry, Pete. Yeah, no, obviously mentally I'm not doing too good, but at least the coroner's not here. Right. Unfortunately, that's all we got time for. Frank, have you got anything you need to tell us or update us or let us know?
Not that I can think of.
Cool. Because don't forget, a angry Frank is a dangerous Frank. Thank you to all our lovely Patreons who generously donate to help keep us on. Because we have costs like the website, the editor, SoundCloud hosting. We no longer get a discount from StreamYard because they fucking hate us. And I'll press B for that one. Sorry. They think we're twats. Press B for that one as well. Yeah, and when this show is over in August, we might do a reflective thing of basically the emails from them telling us to go. Well, we'll save that one for a bonus pod.
To be clear, it's the edited audio only podcast that appears in like a podcast app, appears in YouTube Music, appears on Spotify, all of that stuff. That's the bit that we will run out of money for in August, the way things are going at the moment. Yeah. So if you want that to carry on happening, you need to pay more on Patreon. If you want this bit of the show to carry on, you don't care about the audio or anyone, then everything's fine.
Yeah.
Till we run out of money for StreamYard. Yeah.
Then we can do Google Hangouts.
That doesn't exist.
Retro.
Yeah. You've been listening to Retro now. Thank you for your love, support. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everyone who said hello in the chat. We love you guys. And this show is dedicated to a kitty. Clive has lost a kitty. Our heart goes out. Sorry for your loss. We love you and we hope you're doing all right. You've been joined by everyone's favourite Curry Kitten.
Goodbye.
Zero, the moderator in the chat. Andrew / Frank.
Bye.
And my buddy Cole.
See ya.
I've been Brighton until I fly. Thank you and good night.
Bye.